You've been lied to. Yes, you've been lied to. And believing that lie is exactly why your life feels stuck. Here is the truth that sets you free. My name is Benny So. I am a reality coach. I don't do hypes. I don't sugarcoat. I deal with truth because truth is what exactly transforms your life. Welcome to the reality check. Here is the truth that changes all. Your life will never rise above the level of your choice. You can never grow above your thinking limits. It's not luck, it's not prayers, and it's not motivation. It's about the decisions you make daily. If you keep making choices that keep you stuck, your life remains stuck. There's no rocket science to it. It's just the principle of what you're giving is what you receive. But the moment you change your choices, your entire reality shifts. You cannot attract the life you want, but you can create it with what you choose to stop doing. If your life hasn't changed, maybe your truth hasn't changed either. Let's do the reality check. Just a quick question. Are you living from clarity or comfort? Let's find out. Now, let's dive into the topic proper. What is reality check? You know, to a layman, what is this man saying? What is this reality check all about? What is a reality check? It's very simple. Reality check is when you stop telling yourself those lies, or when you stop lying to yourself, is a reality check. When you go back and tell yourself the bitter truth, when you question some of your actions, some of your choices, when you ask some pertinent questions, those, arrow-piercing questions, those bitter truths, those things are the reality check. Now, let's dive into it proper. And I'm going to be asking questions to help us understand those lies we've told ourselves, or maybe we just call it a bluff. Maybe it just doesn't really mean anything, but it is a lie that has kept us in perpetuity, keep us stagnant, keep us not moving forward, keep us in a very cycle, seems not to know how to come out of it. That's subtle lies that has kept us in this rat race, going back and forth without no definite solutions or how to come out of it. Let's talk about it. Let's see those small lies we tell ourselves that sometimes we feel is nothing, but it's actually the reason why we are where we are. Number one is, I am stuck. Oftentimes you hear yourself say, I am stuck. The truth of the matter is, you're scared. You're not stuck. You're scared to make decisions. You're scared to change your choices. You're scared to make new steps. You're scared to make new friends. You're scared to just believe in that truth. You're scared to relearn the things that you already know or you're already comfortable with. That is just the truth. Number two, you hear a lot of people will say, I don't have time. The truth of the matter is this. It's not as if you don't have time. You are avoiding discomfort. You don't want to discomfort yourself. You're already in a comfort zone, and taking that decision is going to discomfort you. So even if it is a decision that is going to be useful to you, change your life, change things about yourself, or because it is discomforting, you don't want to do it. Oftentimes I tell people that, you see, the way the mind is programmed to be comfortable with what it knows. Whether it's good or whether it's bad, or whether it's the truth or not the truth, if the mind is comfortable with it, that is just how it is. The number three lies we usually tell ourselves. In fact, this one, I used to be a victim of this one. I used to find solace in this one, telling yourself that I am waiting for the right time. I often tell myself, little thing, I'm waiting for the right time. But now, for the religious mind, you hear them say, I'm waiting on God's time. Now, should I tell you the truth? You are avoiding to take risk. You are avoiding to do some certain things you feel in your mind it is a risk. And not knowing that sometimes it is good to take a calculated risk if you want to survive some certain situations. That's line number 3. Number 4 lies we tell ourselves most times. You hear people say, it's just who I am. The truth is, that is who you have learned to be. You learned to be that person. That is not who you are. You only learned to be that person. That's to say that you can actually relearn if that person you have learned to be, is not moving you forward. It's not taking you to the right direction. It's not bringing in something that betters your life. My dear, there's a need to relearn and change from that person to another person that will be able to help you achieve your purpose in life. That is number 4. The 5th lie we tell ourselves every day. Now you hear people tell you that, I don't even know what I want. The fact remains that it's not as if you don't know what you want. The truth of the matter is that you are scared. You're too afraid to go for what you want. Yes. Now, before I continue this video, go to the comment section, drop the lies you have told yourself the most. Then I will tell you the truth that you need to know concerning that big lies you've been telling yourself. We're going to be looking at the signs you will see for you to know that you need a reality check in your life. The number 1 is you keep saying, I am trying, but nothing seems to be shifting. Nothing seems to be working. Everywhere I go, I am trying. At this point, you need a reality check. You need to go back to the drawing board. You need to ask yourself questions. There's a particular passage I read in Poor Dad, Rich Dad. Actually, if you've not read that book, I recommend that book for you. I've read that book several times. Recently, I read that place and it got to me differently. Now, the book says the perfect definition of insanity is when you keep doing a particular thing and expect different results. It hits me, I have to read it again like 15 times in some few minutes. I read it again. The perfect definition of insanity is doing a particular thing and expecting different results. You continue doing it, but you want something different. You understand it? So why not have a little bit of mind shift? Go back to the drawing board. Ask yourself do a reality check on yourself. Probably after you finish doing that, you can put 1 or 2 together to move towards another direction. That is number 1. The second thing you will see for you to know that you actually need a reality check in your life is to find out that you keep repeating cycles. You keep repeating cycles and blaming others for it. You keep repeating cycles and you're making the same mistake. You keep repeating cycles and you're blaming others. In fact, people go as far as blaming their ancestors, their village people, for their predicament. Why not go back and do what we call a reality check and discover? I'm going to be talking about curses. Some people believe that they are under a curse. I believe what we have is a family patterns. We don't have curses, but the religious people have actually made you understand that you are cursed. Your ancestors did this, your forefathers did this. So for that reason, there are curses is yours to inherit. I don't believe in that. We're going to be dealing on that very soon. We have family patterns. We don't have curses. So if you understand your family patterns, that's why you need to do a reality check. See how you can correct that pattern. And if not, so you continue to repeat that particular thing. Find yourself in that lane. That is how it is. We will talk about it in another video. But when you find yourself doing something like this, understand that you need a reality check. The 4th one is the last one on this particular, section. You're busy, but you're not fulfilled. You found out that you're not fulfilled, but you're busy, you're not fulfilled. You have everything you need as a man. You've attended the height you want to attend, but still you discover that you're not fulfilled. There's something missing. Now you need to do a reality check. How did you get to where you are? Where you are, did you get there on your own accord? Or is a suggestion from somebody? Now, take a little bit time of your time. Go back and do a reality check. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. It could be marriage. It could be business. It could be career. It could be anything. You need to take your time. Go back and do a reality check. That is the last on this one. Wait a minute. Which of this following that hits you more? Put it on the comment section. Trust me, I will throw more light on it. This is still the reality check edition. Our next topic is how to do a reality check. Our reality check edition is actually a long one. I think this is the last part of it, of this edition. So how to do a reality check. Now I want us to take it step by step. How to do a reality check. Let's take it step by step. Now, before you run through this, I want you now to go to a very your quiet corner where nobody is going to disturb you. As you do that, I want you to calm your nerves. Pause a bit. Move all the noise in your head. Every argument, everything you think you know about yourself. I want you to just pause it a little bit. Take care of keep it one corner. Why you open your heart and be honest and sincere with yourself. Because this truth is the only path that leads to your freedom. This truth is the only thing that leads to your redemption. So when you're able to ask yourself some of these questions I'm going to ask yourself these questions and honestly answer it, trust me, your life will gain direction. Now, as we continue with the process, you pause yourself, removing all the noise. I want you to meditate and then ask yourself this question. What is the story in my life I keep repeating? As you honestly answer these questions, I want you to flip it a little bit. Ask yourself, what is the uncomfortable truth beneath it? Why you're asking these questions, answering it honestly, want you to do something. Ask. Take one small move from the truth and not fear. Because fear does not exist. It's just an illusion. Your next level does not require motivation. What it requires is truth. And I want you to stand on that truth.